January 21st, nope, sorry, let me start that over. January 27th, day 14 of our AT adventure. Last night was a doozy. It got pretty chilly, and my air mattress has a leak in it, so I had to pump it up about 7 or 8 times just for it to deflate again. So I got absolutely no sleep last night, but it's our 2 weeks in. Yay. It's pretty chilly right now, and I can't even filter water because it's so cold that it will freeze going through my Sawyer. Our plan today is to get to Vesser Creek Gap tonight, which will leave us 6 miles roughly away from Knock. So tomorrow around lunch we plan on being at Nantahala Outdoor Center, and I got word that Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday is supposed to get down into single digits here with the accumulation of 5 inches of snow. So we'll probably get to Knock and stay there and see what's going to happen. I feel like I'm off the trail more than I'm on the trail nowadays, but we're gonna find a spot to eat around 12:30, make it to Vesser this evening, set up there. I don't know what I'm gonna do about an air pad. I got it from REI, so I need to get it back to REI, and I think the only ones close to me right now are Knoxville and Asheville. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get to one of those to turn this air pad in and get a different one. It's a piece of crap, man. I don't even know what I was thinking when I got it. But I want to hike a little bit, try to warm up, and then wait for it to warm up to get some water, unless I just want to boil some. It got so cold last night, I peed in my Nalgene bottle and threw that in my sleeping bag with me just to keep my feet warm. It's a good thing I only use it for dirty water anyway. But yeah, let me get to hiking here, and I'll get back on here around lunchtime. This place is like an icy wonderland. There's like ice on the trees. I had to go dig a cat hole this morning. That's not fun with frozen ground. But I think the best thing to do in wintertime when it comes to digging a cat hole is find a small log or a large rock that you can move, and the ground should be soft under it, and dig a cat hole there and do your business and put the rock or the log back over it. It's the only thing I can think of. Whew. You want to talk about some up and down emotions, man. I bet they're worse in the wintertime. I'm sure you get them in the spring, but the wintertime will really throw it at you. I'm gonna hike a little bit and warm up, and I'll get back with you guys. So we're taking a little break here at the Wyabald Tower. It's a memorial for John Bernard Byrne. He only worked with the I guess the National Forest Service for 3 years, and he died prematurely due to some kind of toxic gas condition that he got from one of the world wars. But it's definitely a beautiful tower. It's all made out of stone. You know, I imagine on a good day there'd be some awesome views out there. You can see a little bit down in the valley, but with this fog it's kind of hard to see anything. So we stopped here to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to shed some layers because, of course, as always, I'm burning up. And I guess about 12 or 12:30 we'll eat lunch and then go from there and try to make it to whatever that place is that I said earlier. I can't even remember. Vesser Creek. I think I'm getting a little bit of a memory. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because it is beautiful. With the limited views that I have right now, I can still see out over everything. The sun's trying to poke through, and I wish it would hurry up. So I'm sure people will want to know how I'm filtering my water. So I waited for it to warm up a little bit to come up onto this water source. And I'm going to try to do this with one hand. It might be a little bit difficult. But what I have is a bladder. And I put my water in. And then I have a Sawyer squeeze filter that fits on top of this bladder. See if I can do this without falling in. If I tried to do this morning first thing when I actually needed some water, it would have froze going through my Sawyer, which is a bad thing about having one of those in the wintertime. But see if I can prop this camera up somewhere. I don't want to break out my tripod. A lot of people say in cold conditions to put your Sawyer in your pocket. You probably can't see me. To put your Sawyer in your pocket, but I put mine in between my shirt and my base layer, right there on my gut where it's nice and warm. Because if I put it in my pocket, one side of it will get warm, but I still got cold air and temperatures coming from my pocket onto the Sawyer. And I always leave it in a Ziploc bag because sometimes, even though you shake it out and blow it out, it'll still have a little bit of water in there. Sun's coming out. It's starting to feel good. Still chilly though. I usually put this thing on the ground in between my feet to hold the bottle steady. I'm going to try to do it without doing that. So basically you turn that thing over, you just start squeezing. I did this one morning when I was at Lance Creek and it stopped flowing, and I took the Sawyer off and there was ice where the bladder meets the Sawyer. And this bladder holds 1.5 liters, so I can fill up this 1 liter smart water bottle and also fill up my 745 or 750 milliliter drinking bottle, and I use this bottle as reserve. That thing's got ice in it. I saw 3 pigs yesterday, but and they weren't little. But I couldn't get my camera out in time to take a picture before they took off. Kind of difficult with one hand. That thing's still got ice in it. That's good. If you ever bring anything with you, bring a multi-tool. They come in handy. I got that from my last job at McGee Brothers. They gave it to us for Christmas. And this came in handy a lot out here. That's pretty much all I do to filter water. I do the same thing in springtime. It's just harder out here in the winter. Try to get all the water out of it I can. But that's it. Easy peasy. Another thing a lot of people's been asking me is how I keep my water bottle strapped on my shoulder strap right here. I got this little bison, it's like a rubber ring that goes around the lip. It goes around the lip of your water bottle, and it's got a carabiner hooked to it. I got this at REI. It was like $5. But basically what I do is I'll hook it on here, and then I got this little bungee cord that also has one of those little cinch things on it. And I basically just pull that up like that. And you can cinch it down tighter if you want to, but it works perfectly fine like that. It doesn't move around. It stays right there, right at my shoulder all day long. So that's one little hack that I got, somebody taught me about. And another thing that I like, most females will have these on the trail, but I keep them around my wrist, and that's these little hair bands. And I can basically use them as rubber bands. If I got something that I wrap up and I just want to put one of those around it, I use it with my gloves to pack them tight into my pack, and they come in handy. I started out with about 6 of them. I'm down to 3. Well, I got more because there's some in my bag around things, but that's one little hack that I got that every girl on the trail will probably have. And guys, you might want to look into getting some. They're very cheap. You can buy a pack of a lot, and I mean they come in handy. They got multiple uses. You can use them for just about anything, wrapping up or whatever, and they're light. You put them on your wrist, you never even know they're there. But I've got some other hacks that I'll share with you guys a little bit later. Some of them are obvious, some of them are probably used by many people, but it's just things that I found that helped me out a lot since I've been out here. So I stopped at Cold Spring Shelter for lunch, and this time of the year it lives up to its name because all the water around here is pretty much ice except for that one little stream. But something that I want to bring to everybody's attention is crap like that. This is the second shelter that I've stopped at that I've got to pick up somebody else's trash, and I've got a good idea who it is, and I hope that I catch up to this person so I can hand them this whole bag of trash of theirs that I've been picking up. But I don't care what the reason is, what time of season, what your excuse is. That's not cool. There's cigarette butts laying all over the place, just like at the last shelter that I stopped at. So please don't do that. Pack your stuff out, carry an extra gallon freezer bag, put all your trash in it. You'll hit a trash can, dump your bag into the trash can, reuse it, put more trash in it. There's no sense in littering up the AT or any part of wildlife, national park or anything, anywhere. It's uncalled for. That crap just drives me crazy. But I think I know who it is. You know, once I catch up, it's not going to be pretty. Taking a little break at Tellico Gap, looking down that power line. Isn't that nice? We got the same thing behind me. Beautiful sights. And then you got Prime over there, picking his nose. Well, I made it to Vester Creek. We went up to the lookout tower and checked it out. Took some pictures of the 360 view. Simply beautiful. There's supposed to be water here, but everything I see is frozen. Might have to chip some ice and throw it in my pot and call it water after I melt it down. Well, this is it. Not one of the nicest shelters by any means that I've seen. But tomorrow we got a 6-mile trip into NOC. And I'm going to meet somebody there, a special guest, and go back and stay with them. But right now we're going to set up camp and get some food and start over in the morning. Another bad thing about winter camping, when you're relying on a water source in a shelter area and it's froze over, you've got to go look for more water. This is crazy. That's our life source, and it's just froze over. But I guess I'm gonna go on this little nightly adventure and call it a night. Y'all have a good one.